Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? And who have we got here? We have got Rice, lovely to see you. Reese Rice, I can never remember. Remind me, I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing well though. And Jack, hello. Greenbird as well. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well today. I know you're probably all very sick of it, but we're doing more Final Fantasy. Rice, I thought it was Rice. And I started doubting myself, so I wanted to check. Okay, cool, I had it right. Good stuff. I'd rather double check than get it wrong. Hey there, Eamon, how are you doing? Obviously, like I said, I know you guys are probably so fed up with the Final Fantasy. But I just find it an easy one to do, and I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. And I've just got to the very start of Endwalker as well. So we're on the very start of a new expansion. So there's lots of new stuff up ahead, which is going to be fun. I finished all of the post-game stuff last night. I finished the last of the post-game last night. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. This is also the last expansion before the new one that's due to come out, I believe. So I'm hoping that we can get all caught up before Dawn Trail comes out. I don't know if we will. I'm not going to blitz through it for the sake of getting there, but if we get there, that'll be great. Because coincidentally, I have that entire week off the day that it's coming out, because it's coming out July 2nd, which is the day after my birthday. So I booked off that whole week because you need excuses for that sort of thing. And plus I booked it off as well in case I decided to do a birthday stream. I'm not sure if I will, just because I know there's a charity event very close to my birthday. And charity's way more important. But I guess we'll see what happens off the back of that. How are you doing though, Rift? I hope you're well. If you're enjoying it, that's what's important. Oh, I know. Like, I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't enjoying it. But I totally understand if some people are kind of just a bit over it. Like, I wouldn't blame anyone one bit. You feel fantastical. Amazing, Greenbird. Glad to hear it. And you're doing good as well. Glad to hear it, Jack. I'm all right. I'm fine. Nothing to worry about from me. But we will hop straight in. Like I said, I didn't continue with the story after getting to the end of the post-game for Shadowbringers. Forgot the name for a second there. But I have been running around doing small bits and bobs. I've been really trying to grind up more gil. Unsuccessfully, but I've been trying to grind up more gil. And I have found out a couple of extra things in the process. And I also found that... Oh.
2 years with the funny blue bunny. Time flies when you have fun, TofuuRabbit.
Oh, Cherry, thank you for resubscribing. 2 years is absolutely mental. I am going to do a 2-year anniversary. It's probably going to be... what date is it? It's probably going to be into the first week of May. It's the bank holiday. The 6th of May. That's probably when I'm going to do like a special 2-year anniversary to put both the affiliate anniversary and the streaming anniversary all into one place. So watch this space. I will be doing that. I just need to plan it. But no, thank you so much, Cherry. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to it. I need to plan some stuff for it. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to do... Because I won't be able to do a full-on subathon unless it's like capped. So I don't know whether to just do like a 12-hour stream instead or something. I might just do that. It will be on a Monday, but that's a bank holiday here in the UK. So it all kind of worked out for me a little bit. Because that's the weekend my parents are visiting. And then I've got a couple days off and I booked an extra day off the following week. So I'll have a nice little like block of time. So I'll just have to figure out the best way to go about it. But either way, it will be happening. It will absolutely be happening. What was I saying though? Oh yeah. I've been trying to grind some gil unsuccessfully. In the process, I've also like found some random new things, including this minion. Because I've seen a bunch of people with... Excuse me. Stay here. I've seen a lot of people with this minion, and I was really curious about where people got it from. Apparently, super easy to get. There was just a guy that I had no idea existed, and based on how many achievements you had, you got given this currency. Had no idea, so found that guy, and along with this guy, I also... Where is it? I need to go onto here. I also got this. What do you mean it's not working now? Oh no, I know why it's not working. Wait. I also got this. So if I find a suitable matching body, I can just run around as a big bird. You can kind of see me in there. Hello? Peekaboo. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. let me pop my hat back on. There we go. Hey there, Baha, how are you doing? Dad stream? I will not do a dad stream. I don't think my dad would want to be honest. He doesn't mind my streaming at all. He's subscribed to my YouTube channel. He just doesn't really quite understand it. But he is an older gentleman, so to be fair to him, he's quite tech savvy, all things considered. Ooh, that's a nice amount with my retainer. I'm guessing my glamour thingies sold. They did. I might pop some extra ones onto the market then. I might quickly do that while I'm here. What about your Final Fantasy XIV anniversary and your wedding anniversary to Nanami? You know what's up. I don't know when my Final Fantasy anniversary is going to be, actually. I don't actually know. He's such a pookie though. What, my dad? Let me see. Where do I need to go? I need to go to the Aetheryte. Here we go. There is a Chocobo outfit. Where do I find that? I was kind of wondering if I should get the pig body from the gold saucer and just dye it. But then I kind of like want the whole pig outfit as well. I don't really know. Oh yeah, this is my butt outfit. I should really I should change my glamour. I'm running around with my butt sticking out. Here we go. Safe for work glamour. Only on YouTube. He hasn't got a Twitch. But when I told him about it, he was like, oh, do you have like a YouTube and stuff? So sometimes he watches bits of my VOD over there. Butt savvy. I can't have the butt out. So, one of the things I've been doing is, I can't remember which thingy it's on, is buying a bunch of the glamour prisms and just trying to sell them on the market. So I've just been buying them in bulk, because what I've been doing is selling some of my old items to this guy for the seals, which I didn't realise was something you could do. I've been doing like bits of research. So apparently you can sell your old stuff and then just max out your seals, which is very helpful because you end up with all this stuff that you don't use anymore. And it just means you can just get rid of it all. So I've been doing this a fair bit. I'll quickly do this again and then I'll actually get started with the story. Just kind of clears things out for you, doesn't it? Because you don't need like your level 60 stuff when you're level 80 something. Especially with the rings and things. This reminds you of Terror. You missed that game. Why does that sound familiar? What game is that? Something about it sounds familiar. Yeah, that's level 60 as well. That can go. I apologise for the repeating music. It won't last forever. I do wish you can kind of like accumulate, like do multiple things at once, but you can't. So get rid of this one. See, I want to keep some stuff for potential glamming. I don't really need that though. The OG name for Earth. You're not wrong. It's an I'm so tongue-tied today. MMORPG. I wonder if I've played it though, is the thing. That's what I'm trying to think of. Maybe I should. That'll do for now. I'm going to drive you guys crazy. I wonder if I've played it. There's no further promotions for me. Well, that's fine. I'll quickly stick these onto the market and then we shall continue with the story. I think it's going to be very much a tongue-tied day for me today. And this hand guy, when he starts jittering about, it's very distracting. I might need to change my minion for a bit. Okay, I need to do this guy. I need to go to the Sapphire Avenue. And then I'll stick these glamour prisms up for sale. The Chocobo body comes from the racing. Ah, I've not done the racing. I didn't realise though that was where I got the head from, because it wasn't hard to get the head in the end. Same with like the pointy minion. I was like, I don't know where the heck to get that from. And I just found out there was this entire guy that I didn't know existed, which is interesting. Right, I'm going to pop these on, 99 of them. Oh, that's the price, sorry. 99 of them's already gone up there. They're doing 205, so let's just do 200. And then pop those up. And then I've still got plenty for myself. Anything else I want to try? I don't think I can pop anything else up at the moment. So I'll close all this. I should really check over these as well. Because the way the market works is, see, that's gone down so much. Right, I'll do 37,500. It's still better than nothing. It's kind of what happens though. Like, everyone just keeps on adding and adding and like cutting the price down. And I do the same thing. I'm not claiming to be innocent for it. Right, that should do. These were put up quite recently, so that should be all right. Yeah, okay. Okay. I didn't know you could dye the event armor. I just saw this guy over here. I didn't know you could dye it. It looks quite nice in blue, actually. Right, let us go to... I think I need to go to... Yes, the Rising Sands, isn't it? I should also check if I've done my mini cact pot for today, because I don't know if I have. Or did I? I don't know if I was online when it refreshed. I was not, so I need to get that done at some point as well. Which is fine. For now, though... Oh! My minion got sold, the Dust Bunny. 713's not bad. When I get some extra poetics, I can buy another one and stick it up. I've been doing research. I've been avoiding having to grind up a... like, Gatherer class... Oh! My Dodo's gone as well. Or, like, one of the building classes, like the leather person or, like, the... You know what I mean. I've been avoiding doing that, and really, I know that's the best way to go about getting money. But I'm lazy. Basically, is the problem. Okay. Adora, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. So, just to... Actually, are they going to start talking? If they're talking out loud, I'll wait till after the cutscene. Nope, they're not. Okay, so just to catch up those who may not necessarily be playing through the games or aren't intending to play through the games, any of that stuff. So the end of the post story, these big old towers appeared and they were basically using people from like the beast tribes. So like the all of the different other tribes that aren't like peoply, to fuel the creation of these primals that are based off like a bunch of like the dragons and stuff like that. And at the end we defeated like one of those tower areas, I think, but there's still towers in like a bunch of the other places. And there's the Asian guy we saw last time, the one that was in the body of Yosuta, you know who I mean, the what's her name? It's not Yosetsu, it's Yosuzu or something like that, right? Her brother. The horrible one that was like dead horrible to her. It's his body, but another Asian's like in it. And he's doing stuff with the bad villain that we don't like, the boring one. And that's kind of where we left it. Yeah. I think that's kind of the gist of it. We fought a big old bad, basically. Yotsuyu. Thank you, Chicken Bat. I was like, I know the name in my head, I just can't pronounce it. I hope you're doing well though. But that's where we are. That's where we are. And we're now starting Endwalker. And based off the opening, like the title screen and the fact they kept on looking at the moon, I'm half expecting that we're going to the moon. And I don't know how I feel about that. But I might be wrong, so we'll find out. And let's take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in the multitude of locations throughout the world. Hello Marion, how are you doing? Welcome on in. We are just starting. We're at the very start of Endwalker. We have since learnt that said structures were brought into being by an organisation known as the TofuuRabbit. I'm going to pronounce these so wrong. The stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past. An apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. As soon as I started today, I knew I'm going to be tripping over everything. I'm going to take a quick sip of my drink. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. Thank you for the shower. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Is being boring the villain's greatest crime? No, but it's just because we had the boring guy, the blonde one, and then we had the whole thing of Emmett Selk, who was such a good villain, and then off the back of that amazing like arc with that villain and like their characterization, they're suddenly like blonde guys back, and I'm like, no, you can't give us the peak of Emmett Selk and then turn around and say blonde guy. No, I do not want blonde guy. I want Emmett Selk back. I want him back. But he might end up being more interesting in this expansion, to be fair. I don't know what's going to happen. So he could redeem himself, for all I know. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem to be able to resist being tempered at least. Oh yeah, and we cured being tempered. We cured tempering. But after what happened to Arnveld and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the word I cannot pronounce are under the leadership of Fan Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Zenos Yegalvis, the Crown Prince of our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons and the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labour to transform the place into a soaring edifice, born of nightmares. That's the easiest dialogue that guy's had in a long time. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the thing I cannot pronounce. Maybe I'll just call them the Tellies. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude of an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. The Teletubbies! You know what? We're going for that. Teletubbies. And we will find a way in Charlian, I'm sure of it. Oh yeah. And Elise and Alphino's dad showed up and basically disowned him. That also happened. Which is this guy. Which I also can't pronounce. Master Fortunal comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Cryle. She says that arrangements for your visits have been finalised. You're to head to Limsa and board the ship next bound for Charlian. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Boldsian, come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. Are these two coming? I didn't know if they would want to come. Yeah, Basildon's just a bit different. My brain just instantly read Basildon. I'm eager to see it, of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to fly again. Ah, heck. Ah, heck. I'm going to have to look for all the ether currents and stuff all over again. Ah. That's the one annoying thing about starting a new expansion, not being able to fly again. Come on. There we go. So we're going to go to here. And I'll try to become less tongue-tied, because that was bad even for me. And we will go, I guess, this way? I think it's this way. You quite like it as it forces you to explore a little more and you get to enjoy the scenery. Oh no, I understand why they do it, right? Because if you could fly straight away, you would like miss so much stuff, right? I get it. But when you're so used to a certain speed, especially because your mount gradually speeds up as you go throughout the story, doesn't it? Not just towards the flying, just in general. So for being used to a certain speed and then suddenly going back down to slow again, it's a bit of a shock to the system. But I totally understand why they did it. Makes complete sense. But especially when you spend so long on like the post story and stuff and suddenly it's like, nope, you're going to be slow now. Here we go. How's this guy again? What are the chances? Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlian should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close to hand. Is it going to be the pirates again? Or is it going to be like, I don't know, like a normal... It's probably going to be the pirates again, which I don't mind. I don't mind the pirates.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Excellent. It is nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
I don't think it's going to be smooth for very long, though. We don't get smooth goings for very long.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's winds are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, you tried to pickpocket him? I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. That seems quite in character.
Really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
It's like, welcome to this new land. I'm just going to take your wallet.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian?
This guy's... not him. Go back to the other one. I wasn't going to say it about you. Estinian is an absolute grump. This guy. Absolute grump.
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Stop being a grump.
Rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
He is little. He is small.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
No, he's not a bad guy. He has good morals about him when it matters. He's just a bit of a grump. Are you going to be left alone again?
You seem positively distraught.
Yeah, we keep on leaving her behind, that's why.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
It's like we come back for about 5 minutes from an entire different, like, world, and now we're buggering off to another island somewhere. Like, bye! See you later. I know you've been, like, distraught and, like, worried about us, but we're going.
The schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
How you doing, Vocal? I hope you're good. Why is this the time you're worried? The amount of, like, okay, I half imagine she's been worried all along, right? And maybe it's kind of reached a bit of a peak, especially after the whole being stuck in another world situation. But like, they're like, we're gonna fight this war and all of these monsters, and I'm just like, haven't we been doing that like all along? I've got over 300 hours in this game. There's been a lot of bad guy fighting. You just trained your back so you'll be buff. Well, well done for getting some working out in. I'm doing all right though, thank you.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Well, that's nice of you guys. Much appreciated.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh
I always
Dawn,
forget there's
will do
extra
our
members of
part
the
to ensure
Scions,
the
and
end
of course
the
there
world
is, right?
won't happen on our watch.
There isn't only like 5 of us or 6 of us, but I always forget they so rarely like show up as like, oh, we are also Scions of the Seventh Dawn. It's like we're like the main guys, and they've kind of got like backup guys in the background who just kind of show up as when needed for the story. I do need to, her dress is cute. I need to turn up the game audio a smidge in my ears though. I'll do that after the cutscene.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Break a leg. She just didn't even say anything.
Have a safe journey.
There we go.
And please, please, be careful.
I wonder if they're going to get new outfits. Because I know that technically Thancred, Yasholta and Shakespeare have already gotten new outfits, kind of, in this world at least. But Elise and Alphino went back to their old outfits. I understand why. They normally get new outfits in expansions, don't they?
And so
Hey there, Brushy, how are you doing?
unto the unknown.
We're going to go
A
and
fate
punch
beyond the horizon
Alphino and
cannot be
Elise's
divined.
dad. We're going to aim for the face, but he's quite tall, so we might end up getting him like in the stomach. But a good old punch.
Certain times, naught but the
'Cause he's being a bit of a
simplest
dick.
words wisdom will suffice.
You're okay, glad to hear it. I'm alright, thank you.
Which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
I do wonder how some of these angles would work with certain races. Like if I was a Lalafell, how would that angle there work? Because I would be too short to be reaching the railing. I wonder. There's been a few scenes where I've been curious about how it would work with other races.
Souls and stars rest. Find your truth.
Because mine's quite a tall one. Hey there, Cersical, how you doing? Like the Lalafells don't even really get up to my knees. Oh, we're adventuring. You're alright, glad to hear it. I'll thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Push my microphone away so I can have a stretch. Ah. Oh, another thing, I mentioned it on my Twitter, but I've lost my sprout next to my username. When I was doing the last of the post story, I had the Wikipedia page open for one of them just to like help me wig onto what I needed to do for like the last fight. And underneath it, it was like, oh, after you finish this, you won't have your sprout anymore, and you'll be kicked out of the novice chat, because there's like a novice chat as well. And I was like, no, I'm not prepared. And it didn't happen straight away. So I was like, oh, I think I'm safe. But then I teleported to another place and then it was all gone. And I was like, no, my sprout. Made me sad. It's been there for so long.
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
I'm saying something.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
It wouldn't do me much good. I get very seasick. But I also get very motion sick, so maybe it's not surprising that I get seasick. So if it was actually me, I'd be on the deck with my head over the railings, just going like, huh? Huh? Hey there, Reen. One of my many in-game boyfriends, apparently. It's kind of funny when you see, like, because obviously I run everywhere. Oh, I think I know who that is. Because I run everywhere when I'm playing the game. Something about seeing them walking in a cutscene just seems so off to me. Of course they're not going to run everywhere in the cutscenes, but you know what I mean? Maybe I should RP walk all over the place.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think.
I'm kind of worried they're going to turn around and their face is going to be weird. Nope, they're fine. Okay, cool.
Still we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
I can trust your words no longer. Come on now. Why now? Why now, Hydaelyn? What's going on, God? Why are you here now?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
Hey there, Wolfkin. How you doing? Imagine she turns around and it's Emmett. That would be so funny. I think I would have really quite liked that. I was just talking about how I want him to come back.
You have gained an understanding.
But his face with this hair would look kind of funny. And maybe it would suit him. I don't know. He did have curtain bangs, didn't he? Hydaelyn's a primal. Yes, we did figure that one out.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
So Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse. And Hydaelyn was brought forth to bind him. What, so to cause the apocalypse? Are we worshipping the devil?
Those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
So that explains why she's not been about, because we were wondering about that, like where's she been?
Sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Okay.
Wheels shudder and turn.
Mummy needs your help.
Looms, monumental.
Glowy Mummy needs help.
Decide the fate of this world.
To decide the fate of the world. Oh jeez. Things they're saying this about the world ending.
And your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable.
But every expansion is about the world ending in some way. You know what I mean?
Then shall I honor the promise made in another time.
Hello Pikachu King, how you doing? I will give that a look after stream. I feel like I've played a Barbie game before, but I can't remember what one, like when I was a kid. That couldn't have been any more of like a chimney sweep accent if they tried. Just over yonder.
We shall meet again, and soon.
Just a bit cold. It has been cold today. Like, my toes have been cold, and I've been wearing my, like, comfy socks as well, my cozy socks. I feel like it was slowly starting to get warmer again, and it's just changed its mind. And I'm over the winter weather now. I need spring to come. We're in April, we're approaching May. I need spring. But I think everyone's kind of feeling that way at the moment.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too.
8 questions to do the Final Fantasy 16 event. There's still loads of time left on that as well.
Let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
And I think once you've got far enough in the game to do that event, you'll be able to do all the other events as well. Because there's a few events that are coming up in the lead up to the new expansion. Which I'm going to have to keep track of because I do want to partake in them.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, look how happy he is.
I see it.
I guess he's not been back home in ages. How much time has passed in the grand scheme of things? Probably like a couple of years? I don't really know. I know he had the extra year in like the first, but I mean the time in this world.
Home at last.
How long have they both been away from their home?
Maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know.
People don't know. Yeah, I guess there's no like landmarks to tell you how long it's been.
Indeed.
It must have been a while though, like a lot's happened.
Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the Yokai Watch event. Then is it Dragon's Quest is the other one. I popped the calendar with the event date so on the Discord server in the game chat channel.
For your steadfast support.
So I'm looking forward to getting all of the stuff. It's gonna be good.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper.
The whole story happens in less than a year, does it
There
really?
is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world.
What a
I am
year,
confident
Jesus.
that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
It's one of those things that makes sense in game logic, but when you think about it happening, like, that many things happening in 1 year, like, Jesus. So much stuff. Even for a couple of years, it's a lot of stuff, but you know what I mean? Right, I guess we get to see where Elise and Alphino come from. Which would be fun. I know we've seen like glimpses of it and stuff, but Endwalker, we're here! Only took us about 300 or so hours. Just over 300, I think.
Charlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets.
Is this just the voice that the narrator's been all along, or has it
To
changed?
accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
Yeah, honestly, I've wigged onto someone instantly with that voice. It did change. I thought it did.
Alamegan soil.
I'm very sure I know whose voice that is.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
It's the sass. You can't mishear that sass. Final Fantasy IV reference simulator. Not great because I've not really played much Final Fantasy IV. I think it's Emmet. I don't know if I'm right about that.
What's next then? Entry applications?
But try and avoid spoilers. I will speculate to my heart's content. But I've tried to like avoid a lot of stuff. Which is hard to do, all things considered.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny
But I
us.
feel like there's no mistaking that sass. He has like a certain drawl to his voice, doesn't he? Oh, it is. I was right. Okay. See, I'm learning these things. I'm recognizing these things.
May be refused outright.
'Tis true that
I feel like I'm a bit
as nation,
underdressed
Charlian
compared
only
to
forms
everyone
trade
else.
agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork with satisfactory evidence of
Oh,
identity,
awesome, we get to fill out some
then
forms.
foreigners may be granted
Sign
entry.
here and here. Tell us your national insurance number, your date of birth, your ethnicity.
May.
I believe he did get a new set of armour, if I remember correctly. I feel like it's been so long since I've done Heaven's Ward at this point. It wasn't even that long ago. A lot's happened though.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Charlian's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
That might be a good shout.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian.
Baldessian. Okay, I'm gonna forget that, but that's how you say it. Baldessian.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course.
Oh, you were watching someone play Heaven's Ward a few days ago. Fair enough. You probably know better than I do then. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty.
Greetings. We've just arrived.
Oh,
and
look at his
eager
little
to make our way
outfit.
into the city.
Very
Be so kind as to
smart.
process our entry applications.
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Well, I don't know if they believe us.
Very good.
Oh no, they
I have
do.
paperwork
Okay, cool.
detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Best boy. Which one's the best boy?
And it seems some few
Because I
of
would
your
say Cat
companions
Boy
are
is best
also
boy.
Archons.
Yeah, Graha,
If
he
you'll
is
step
best
forward, we
boy.
can process those
He's so
applications first.
adorable. Whenever he shows up, I just want to like pet his head, just like pet, 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 pet.
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Ooh, fancy, fancy.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
There you go, Chicken Pet knows what's up.
Now, who do we have here?
Oh, you know who those two are. I know who you're talking about.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Nope, you don't live here anymore. Your dad kicked you out.
Your applications have also been approved.
I know we're fine. Okay. Having said that,
The streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
yeah, he did do that. Pet, 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 pet. Nope, go back, go back.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
I'm sure they'll create drama of their own. It's kind of what we do.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Charlian natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Name, TofuuRabbit. Occupation, Gremlin. I'll say adventurer.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Imagine if I turned around and was like, Champion of Eorzea. I doubt it'll be an option on one of those immigration forms. I'd have to go like, tick the other box and then like write it in.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Self-employed. Think about it, think about it.
Oh. If you'll allow me.
Hey there, friend. Those little legs carried her fast.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the
Hello
dangers
there.
we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Hello there, how you doing, AU?
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it.
Because he is a bit of a giga chad, isn't he, Wolfkin? We just started Endwalker, yes. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, though. I'm doing all right, thank you.
Times call for desperate measures. I find your choice of company concerning.
I don't like your friends, they're dodgy.
A single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
You're hanging out with ruffians.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Very polite way of saying, mind your own goddamn business. Yeah, immigration, always a difficulty.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear.
I don't like that all of them are bigger than me.
There's much to discuss, but this is hardly the place.
And I'm tall for a
Let's be on our
Lalafell.
way, shall we? Oh. Welcome, friends, to Charlian.
You're the first one to say it, thank you kindly. It is a business trip, you're not wrong.
I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
You're self-employed, buddy.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
I think my tap is dripping. I need to get it fixed, to be honest. I'm going to do a very quick, like less than a minute, dash to the kitchen behind me because I can't leave it like that. Give me just one moment. My model's probably going to go weird. I'm back. I got to the tap, all is good. Like I said, I'm right next to the kitchen, which is why I could hear it. But the hot tap, even though you think you've turned it off, it kind of loosens itself up again. It's weird. You've got to turn it a bit tighter than you think you need to. But I don't like turning taps too tight. So I never quite do it tight enough and it starts dripping. So every time after I do the washing up, I should really double check it. But it's all good. It hasn't been left for too long. I am going to change this minion though, because as much as I do like the pointy finger, it keeps on jittering around and it is distracting me. Who should I bring out though? Who should I bring out? We'll go for this one. I've been using this one a lot lately. There you go. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Okay. And we do have a coffer. It should be this one. Welcome to Endwalker, I made it! I finished the post-story for Shadowbringers last night, and I held off on continuing more in case I felt up for streaming today, because I thought it would make sense for me to do it on stream. So what's the difference in... There is an improvement on those numbers. How does it look though? I might glamour that. So I don't think I put the gun on this glamour. I don't think I did. So I might need to wait until I get to an inn. Whoops! Oh no, I did! Okay. Just reapply that. There you go. And upgrade my gear set. Okie dokies! Yeah, we've got the whole like setting up the scene situation, don't we? So it's going to be a lot of cutscenes. I'd thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. Yeah, go for it. Why not? But this is Adora's and Justinian's first time in Shellian, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore I propose that we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Forget the world's ending. Go down the pub, catch up with your mates. We'll reconvene later. I'm sure they'll wait for us. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the... I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. You're not Basildon. It's not Basildon, but you know, sure. How does that sound? I literally said it out loud before and I've forgotten how to say it. 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighbourhood all the same. The Wimbledon Annex. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin called home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of the old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. He's literally going to the pub. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. Burgundy, Shakespeare. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the taking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. He's totally off to the pub. But I could... Oh. Such a grump. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you'll have me. Come, Adora, Shellian awaits. To the pub! After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Oh, you're now accompanying me. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest objective. In the event that you use an Aetheryte, he'll catch up with you so long as you remain in the same area. You can leave him behind, however, by entering a different area. You may also speak to him and select the option to part ways. Okay, cool, okay. Next, try speaking with Cryo. Come over here, cat boy. Does anyone who wants a cat treat? Here, kitty kitty. Here, kitty kitty. Psst, 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 psst. Right, let's go and talk to Cryle. All set, then let's be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. Oh, okay. Lead the 2 companions to the last stand. Okay. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points. Enter the glowing area to speak with your quest companions. Okay. Okay. Well, I see a glowy spot over this way, so I guess we'll start over here. Can I attune? Don't mind me, guys. Just give me a sec. Oh, there's one over there as well. Conversation. Let's go and have a chat. Dun, 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 dun. Discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You have been cleared by immigration officers after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea. Yeah, go on, Adora. You can work it out. Just follow the road. You'll get there eventually. This place is called the Peristyle and is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Sharlayan's pursuit for knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay. Interesting. Is there another one that I can see? No? I guess we'll continue this way then. I don't know how many they said there was. There's only 2 so far, but I also don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's one over there as well. So what's this one? Discuss the giant statue in the harbour. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Taliak? Where's the statue? I can't see it. Where's the statue? I can't turn around anymore. Is it behind me? Is it behind me? As a student of Wimbledon, we're going to call it Wimbledon now, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. What? There it is! Okay, cool. Should I face the statue this time so I can see what they're talking about? I think they mean that guy. The path leading out towards the sea is known as the Taliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Taliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honoured him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ashgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship other divinities of their choosing. Okay? And then there's that one over there. Is that like the end of my path? No, there's a thing. It is the end of my path. I see. Boop. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavour with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is, it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distant second. There was one pupil of the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts, in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being held as one of the more impressive items on the menu, not that I've ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha, But truly, surely TofuuRabbit has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe will take us up to the plaza. We do need to get him a burger. Right, we will get you a burger. I'm sure we'll have to do that at some point. I also want to see him eating a burger. Right, so we'll go up here, go to the Euphorite Plaza. I can't see any more talking destinations. So let me quickly attune with this. When you give a cat a burger, just makes me think of that really old meme. Was it "Can I have burger" or something? But it was like spelt with an O. An unusual shape, isn't it? Kind of. I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning Euphorite. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide I am, I should make mention of the Convolence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reasons Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Allegan Euphorites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct, which was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to Agoria, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Okay, I did a tune, didn't I? Yes. There's a little spot over here. Did I miss one over here? I did miss one over here. Let me get my butt over to here so we can talk. Boop. Speaking of Euphorites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mistress TofuuRabbit informed me that the Seons are reimbursed for teleportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. I've not filled out any paperwork. Adora and Agora. Now that's the entrance to the Convolence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. Wow! Okay, moving on. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So that's where the market board is. Oh, look, all the books. Okay. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I'm yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Perhaps I'll return here later then. It's okay, buddy. Now, do a little talk with you. These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Sharlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. I like the idea of a cute little bookstall. I think it's sweet. Right, and then we got... I'm guessing armour? Oh, there's a mender, okay, that's good to know. And a tool supplier. Welcome to the Agoria, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Euphorite Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to the imposing building at the very top. Okay, Adora the Explorer. I'm surprised we haven't thought of that one before. So then we got Apocrypha, Gemstones, Retainer. Okay. So there's the Euphorite Plaza, and then they said to go up the stairs, which I'm guessing they mean these stairs, because I can see a speech bubble there, so I'm guessing this is where we need to go. Dun, 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 dun. You're struggling to keep up. He's really going for it with his run, isn't he? So is there... Here we go. Discuss the water features. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Vow are rather simple and rustic by comparison. Sounds about right. When you go to university, like the middle of the town will be quite nice, or like the main buildings on the campus, while the actual buildings your classes are in, normally a bit rustic and a bit worse for wear. I could not read that. This is the Nympharium, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thalayak's divine Ua. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and propensity for utilising water as decorative features in our architecture. As an engineering student, the department building has a very industrial feel. At least it's kind of relevant though. Now my university had some newer buildings that were like the main ones they would do the tours around for new students. But some of my classes were like in those, you know, there's like pop-up, not caravans, but like those weird like container-esque temporary buildings that places like schools would put up while they're doing building works. A few of my classes were in those. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's one over there I need to attune to. The grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies, from here one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. That's true, the Crystarium does kind of have a similar vibe to this place. And bit by bit those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, our tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. We'll down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Well, first and foremost, I need to go over here. Because if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget to do it. And then open up my map. It looks like we're going down here. You know what? I'm just going to jump off. Oh no, I need to go this way. I am not jumping off. Not quite yet. There's another aephorite over here I can attune to as well. So I'm guessing we're heading over that bridge? Yes, we are. Do 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 do. Oh, I can see it over there. We arrived at Journey's End. History tells us this was where those who put ashore that with oh my god, I'm so bad today. This is where they started. Okay. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbours, the estate that belongs to our friends from House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now shall we head directly to this place again? Yes, I do remember the way. Okay, cool. Before we go, I'm going to ignore what you said and go over here. Some of the names are difficult to pronounce. But I'm just very Very stammery and tongue-tied today, it seems. Which is great when you choose a game that's got a lot of reading in it. Now these guys, like Elise and Alphino, I've always known they're very posh. But look at this house. They have their own, like, shard. They have their own shard to go to their house. They are very, 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 very rich. Very, very rich. Right, so I need to go over there. So I may as well. I haven't done that one yet, so let's just go over here. And then I can attune to this one. It's honestly, it's so big. And like, I mean, unless there's more people living in there, which there may be. I don't know how many people live in that house. I've gone the wrong way. But if Elise and Alphino are the only kids, and then this way, and then there's the parents, I'm guessing they've got staff of some kind as well. They seem like that sort. But still, I feel like that building could be a school, it's so large. Right, attune to this. Boop. As the joyous looks on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of the phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. I do like the colour scheme. I'm back and I've brought Adora and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Raha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Adora. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika Sunjika? It's been an age. Administration Officer for the students. He oversees the day-to-day business of the annex. The Champion of Eorzea has featured prominently in Kryle's and Garha's reports, so for me this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It is an honour to make your acquaintance. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Vale served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. You keep forgetting he's a dude. I didn't think he was a dude at first. An annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, the organisation is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first we must ensure that this guy's, the Teletubbies, full. I'm going to stick with Teletubbies. Through that door on the left, there is a main hall where we can discuss our operations moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Ardron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Down with the Teletubbies! Ah, the nap rooms, perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron and just do a few winks. And thus they become known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if such naps might last well into the following morning.
Good job!
Eamon, thank you for gifting a sub to Brushy. That's very generous of you. Thank you, thank you. Say the word and I'll happily show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. It's called sleeping. No, it's an extended nap. Super long nap. Okay, to the main hall. Let me just, because I forgot to do this before, turn this up a little smidgen in my ears. There we go. Feeling refreshed and alert, our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. It does look cool in here with all of the stuff like scattered about. You're late, Shakespeare.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
No, I'm not going to forgive you.
It's fine, Oriange. We're all here now.
I might be cheeky and have a little Milky Way while the cutscene's going though. Don't mind me.
Let's get down to business.
It's sat next to me on my desk and I'm just like, I really want a Milky Way. Ignore the wrestling. Ignore the wrestling.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition.
Telophoroid. I'm not going to remember that.
I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
I was going to say there's ladders, but they're not very tall ladders, are they?
Into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behaviour of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinions.
I was going to say why 99 rather than 100, but I suppose if they're voting for something, 99 would be better than 100 because it would prevent like a 50-50 from happening. You're listening to my wrestling. No, don't listen to my wrestling as I like just eat this Milky Way over the top of the microphone. I'm trying to chew so lightly so you don't hear it.
Focus on recording history while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
They were inspired by the 99 ice cream. Well, they should have done like, what, 275 of them now, because that's how many pennies a 99 ice cream costs now. Be like 250, exactly, you know what I'm on about. Milky Ways are too small. What size Milky Ways do you get? Because you can get the fun-sized ones, which are like super tiny. Then you get like the normal-sized ones, and then you can get the double ones.
The recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
To be fair, I do think a 99 used to be 99p, like a long time ago. But it was kind of bold of them to name it after a pricing that didn't last very long.
Concerning was the fact that many cited other more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
You prefer Mars Bar? That's fair. Milky Ways are like my favourite.
I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Baldessian, I need to remember. I don't know why this word throws me off so much. I think because my brain instantly goes to Basildon, like every time. So my brain just completely pauses. And I'm just like, it's not Basildon. I know it's not Basildon, but all I can see is Basildon. Baldessian, I need to remember. It clearly says Baldessian. If I was a chocolate, I'd probably be a Milky Way. I don't know why you started doing this, but I don't mind. But why would I be a Milky Way is the question.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections
Baldessian.
namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question.
I wonder how they got these onto the wall. Like, you'll take an awful lot of blue
An
tack.
alchemist residing in distant Thavner. Her missive
Similar
describes
colour
the
to the
sudden
wrapper.
appearance of a
That's
tower,
valid.
and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
So what are they trying to do with the stuff then?
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
How was the duty of the lunar primals? It wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. I found it was... What's the best way to phrase it? I found it enjoyable. I liked how they went about it. Maybe it was a bit too easy? I don't know. Because I felt like I didn't struggle with it, which... Normally I struggle with the duties. I liked it had the checkpoints though. I did like that.
Capable warrior, shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry.
It was a little bit easy. It was fun though. Easy doesn't mean not fun. Something can still be easy but enjoyable. And sometimes I like stuff to be a little easy.
Investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to
I look at the
Thonerian
reflection
one,
in the pearl.
given
That's
that
quite
the
cool.
fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
I've not been paying full attention to this cutscene, so I'm not sure what's going
Though it is a
on.
great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Well, there's only one of me. I can't go to both.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan.
Yeah, they've got two
I
quests
should also
for
like
me.
to steal the services of an Archon or two.
That much I did pick up on. But I know the spires are still involved and all of that stuff.
Reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Just a little bit.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be.
It must be hard for them to be back here but not seeing their mum. Because they expressed about like missing their mum.
Of course, the more the
I wonder if their mum's happy about the dad disowning them. Or is he a bit ticked off? Or is she a bit ticked off with him?
The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
You coming?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Sweet. We got a tour guide.
To have you along then.
I know he said he wasn't, but he is.
Me and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
If I were their mum, I'd divorce him with like zero's notice. I mean, it depends, right? Because if she gets nothing from the divorce, she's losing like a big house. Unless it's her big house, it could actually be hers rather than his for all we know. But I wonder how she reacted to it. Because considering how like rich and powerful the dad is, it could be kind of like difficult to express distaste over what they're doing. Okay. Oops. don't need that one, I need this one. So it is better. Oh, looks a bit funny. Right, let's update the set and then can I put the glamour plates on or am I too far away? Nope, we've done it, cool. Good stuff. Speak to Cryo. An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the Forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the councillors directly is a fruitless endeavour. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice to say that the progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day, but now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside the Numenon, shall we? Time to start the side quest where you find a lawyer for the mum. True. Exit the annex to the right and you will find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Right. Elise, Alphino, go find your mum a lawyer, okay? Operation Kick Dad to the Curb is a go. Go, go, go! I'll grab this one as well. May as well just grab them both now. I have Krill's instructions in hand, and if you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Favniar before, I can travel by Aetheryte, but what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Cryo was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Oh, you don't look happy. The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. And I'm like, what's going on? What's the goss? Pulls out a cup of tea. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Morin Brida, right? I was an authority of etherology, a field of study she did embark upon the pursuit of her parents' example. But both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. What's my preferred brand of tea? I don't drink tea. I don't drink hot drinks, so I don't have a preferred brand. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. But you're British. I am British. I just can't drink hot drinks, they upset my stomach. Lipton iced tea. The only reason I'm not a fan of Lipton iced tea is because of the sweeteners. Because they make them all sugar-free now, don't they? And put loads of sweeteners in them. But I find that certain sweeteners really irritate my throat. There's a specific one, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's sucralose. Bugs my throat a fair bit. And it has a really chemically taste. Like some people can't taste it and some people can. So I don't drink Lipton. But I do like, what's it called? Is it Arizona, the American brand? Because they just pump it full of sugar. Let's be real. I also like a good bubble tea. You decide to advocate for Yorkshire tea. See, some people are very anti-Yorkshire tea. Some people really don't like it. Thou art kind to say so. I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence and I shall face that which hath been long overdue. Gotta have loads of sugar. The thing is, like, there's certain things that I'm like, I know they're unhealthy. I know they're not good for me. Just give me the sugar. Do you know what I mean? Especially because I do taste a lot of sweeteners. I don't taste all of them. It does depend on the drink. But where it seems to be I can normally taste the sweeteners, it ruins a lot of drinks for me. Like, I really like fizzy apple drinks. And I used to love apple tango, but now you can only get apple tango as sugar-free, and all I can taste is like the chemicaliness of the sweeteners, so I just can't drink it. However, in the same boat, my favourite energy drink is one of the Monster Ultras, which is a sugar-free Monster, so it does wholeheartedly depend. There are exceptions to that rule, but sometimes you like drink it and all you can taste is like the chemical twang of sweeteners, and it's like, I bought a fizzy drink. I know it's not good for me. I bought it knowingly that it's not good for me. I am aware. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for the researcher named Kite. You drank nothing but Ultra White for a long time. Ultra White's like my go-to. I do quite like Ultra Red as well. And I also like Rockstar have released a new sugar-free one, which I believe is watermelon and kiwi. That one's quite nice, but you can only get it in single cans at the moment from the looks of things. So I normally get like the bigger packs of the Ultra White. Right, I guess then. This one's closer, so we'll start with this one. You're waiting to ambush me with flower petals. You gotta find me first, but you can see where I'm going. You've got an advantage. Whoop. I will do this one first because it was closer. You like the classic Rockstar, the one that's in the black can? Oh, I know the one you mean. I seem unable to like drink unflavoured energy drinks anymore. I used to drink like the low-cal Monster, the one with the blue M on the front, just because I preferred it taste-wise to the normal Monster. But I just can't go back to unflavoured energy drinks now. My taste buds have changed apparently. Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryal and the students of Baldessian. There you go, I got it. We seek passage to Favniar, and I understand you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Yep, same sentiment. Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Likewise, you can use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. It is a lighter taste, that's it exactly. I found that the normal Monster was a bit too strong in taste, but the low-cal one was lighter. I feel like I don't see it around anymore though. It tends to only be the zero sugar one, or the normal Monster. I've not tried the zero sugar green Monster though. I used to only drink the low-cal ones. But now I basically only drink the ultra white ones. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of the aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. Tesco's do them in 4-packs. My Tesco's doesn't. It does the ultras and some other flavours, but it doesn't do the blue one, I don't think. For long years we've laboured to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. While my language may have been a bit misleading, the user need not attune to these aetherytes, but the aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Sharlayan and the other one in Yedilamad, a port town of Favniar. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radat's Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum it up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous of you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within them will whisk you away without any effort on your part. You would think so, wouldn't you, AU? Just in case something went wrong. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. I'm going to take a quick sip of my drink. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear for their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the live stream, in a statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Cryo truly knows how to pick 'em. We'll take that as a compliment. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilson and Mistress Bolwida not present today? Oh, didn't you hear? They recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And then how far away? Oh, it's only here. I should do the other one as well, but they're literally right here, so I may as well do this. Destination. I half imagine it doesn't matter what order you do these in. Otherwise they wouldn't have given them both at the same time. Dun, dun.
Right, we're all set.
I was not expecting that voice to come out of that mouth. Okay, cool.
Just the four of you, was it?
I like her earrings though.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You go ahead, Estinian.
Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects.
Yay! I don't know what I was expecting, but just not that. Not that voice.
If our 3 travellers could line up here, please.
Well, who's going first? It does sound like a voice for a Moogle. Maybe they did voice one of the Moogles and also did this.
Deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Oh, we're going.
Oh, one last thing.
One last thing.
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness.
Teensy wincy but violent. He was not happy with that. Could have warned us beforehand. Well, you might have backed out of the test if I told you earlier. Now, are one of them going to end up throwing up upon arrival? Please no throwing up, Fancred. No throwing up on my stream. Don't do it. God, we did go far, didn't we? Ooh, nice and colourful.
Home to city-state Rads at Khan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures
Oh, I like
bled
it
into one
here.
another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
Poor Thancred, honestly.
Solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
A friend of yours visited a place like this in India. Oh, it's so pretty.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh, well, I was the one that threw up on stream. No, we're down as well. Okay, we're all down. We're all down. Huh?
What chance?
Shakespeare's alright. No, he's not. He's down too. Oh, jeez.
Against such an insidious foe.
We should have just took a boat. Completely collapsed. He really did. At least Thancred and I caught ourselves. He just was down for the count. Oh, jeez. I know that. Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling, Shakespeare. Oh, jeez. This feeling is basically when I look down at my phone while being driven in a car. That's like the feeling that comes over me, the nausea. Or like when I've played certain games on stream and I've gotten motion sick. That is the feeling, like, encapsulated.
Should help settle your bellies.
You get that as well? Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Poor Shakespeare. Oh, Jesus.
With Kryle's instructions.
Absolute mood. Talking about instructions now?
Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Will you go after him then? That's woken us up. But he's still sick. I've woken up out of it apparently. You don't get it from video games, but you do get motion sick in the car. Yeah, my motion sickness has gotten a lot worse than it used to be. I can list a few different games that have really made it quite bad. Ooh. You managed to wear yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you reach Estinian in time? Like, I think House Flipper 2 did it to me. That Super Bliminal did it to me. Overwatch 2 did it to me. And Sonic... was it Forces? No, Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers did it to me as well. Right. Estinian, I'm sick, but I need to tend to you. Right, where are you, bud? Are you down here? I see you over there. I see you over there as well. I'm just going to be sick next to you, AU. Don't mind me. It gave you a headache in a much different way. It was a very enjoyable game, but I got so motion sick. I think if you watch the VOD, you can probably hear my voice like starting to go, because I'm just like, my voice goes lower and slower, because the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna be sick. Yay! I still got the flowers. Oh, hello, that was a... you there, I need free drinks, something that helps with ether sickness. By the Mansua, a traveller. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra Lassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is farmed for calming unruly bellies. By the way of warm welcome to Fafnir, I'm pleased to offer you... Hello! I'm pleased to offer you the low price of 19,800 gil. For not one, not two, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. Estinian. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realise any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. Okay. Using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. Okay. Estinian. Not good. Not good. Blech. Not good. That's not what Lassie usually does. Isn't Lassie quite heavy going, if I'm thinking of the right thing? I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Don't waste my money. Wait, I shouldn't buy the Lassie. The merchant is swindling me. Wow! Sincerest apologies there. But I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles. Very yogurty. Yeah, that wouldn't be good for nausea. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Okay, take them and get some rest. I'm just stood directly in the way. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Okie dokie. Right, let's go back up. It's good for dealing with spice, that makes sense. If it's like creamy and yogurty. Do you need a drink as well? Yep. I don't know why he amuses me so much. Look at him. He's so sad. Can I like, wait a second, should I? And then do... There you go. There, Shakespeare. It's alright. You forgot everyone was here. You're sat perfectly next to Fangrid. It looks like you've just broken up with him and he's heartbroken. One for you. I know you're walking away as he's left crying. Praise be the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Ernestinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. I feel like I'm disturbing something here. Well, let me give him his drink. You can share it. The pair of you can have a sip each. Sweet, sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. Ah, cute ponytail, I like it. Aye, I've found it. 'Tis the most I could do against the heat short of shedding my armour. No, I like it, I think it suits him. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it was, it's a Fafnarian weave. Tough and not easily unravelled. How much did you pay? Yeah, how much did it cost? Oh no! 9,400 gil, a steal I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. It's not uncommon for me. Oh! Carson, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I do hope you're good today, and welcome, welcome. I'd expect the Dragoon to put up more of a fight. It's not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? I'm going to go for that one. Good meow, meow to you. I hope you're doing good. I'm inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Favnia as a dominion, the nation of Radat's Han have long thrived as a hub of commerce. I like the elephant people. In the beginning there were, oh geez, Arkasundra Dara, Arkasundra, I'm guessing, a Matanga tribe indigenous to the island. Over time they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hamish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted all the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt... Posture check! Posture check, give me just a second. As a waypoint betwixt east and west. How are you doing, Fru? I hope you're doing good. I will do that hydrate. and do that stretch. And uncoil myself because I am starting to slump. All of this have combined to make a trading power of Radat's hand. Yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it needs to be maintained through judicious governance and the stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at the gateway town are free to fleece hapless travellers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. You totally didn't sleep or nap the day away. Sometimes you need days like that. There's nothing wrong with it. Just so that I'm getting worse. Just so that opportunistic pricing is rampant, doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Hey there, Connor. I'm all right. How are you doing? Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've not to lose by learning more. So ere we seek out Kryle's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yillimat? You're not too bad. Glad to hear it. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Okay. Still no sleeve. It's important to air out my shoulder. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Adora, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the ether right, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, look at the shark! So I need to go over this way? Oh, there you go. I see a sparkle over there. It's going alright. Well, obviously we're just at the start of it. But it's going alright so far. The crate is laden with fruits, but they're on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left for too long. Boop. There's another one over here. Bum 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 bum. Surveying, surveying, surveying. Gazing up from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby islands, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Okay? Hello! What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. I hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could have been even worse. I could have the consortium to keep afloat, like Karlzal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realise. You're a traveller, by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Karlzal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Sails, the Harbour Guild building across the water from here. Okay. Yeah, it seems like we are just trying to fix an economic crisis now, aren't we? So where's the last one? I'm guessing it has to be this way. Oh, there it is. I see it. Dun 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 dun. Whoop! Let me in! Let me into your boat. Whoop! Nope, I just can't get in. Can I talk to you from here? Well now, if it isn't a traveller, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Narunar. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would have been fine after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us, only God knows. Okay. So now we need to speak to the other guy. Oh, is he over there? Right. Boop. Up here. I think he's in here. There it is, I see the symbol. There we go. Do. The Dalmascans are coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defences, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Gad, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright, forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favourites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to display only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalzar, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. It's all about the profit, AU. Think of the economy. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant. Please tell me you're a merchant. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsia. I'm here to see Kalzar. He could be a customer, my man. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. You just lost yourself a customer. Well. Okay, let me go after that guy then. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, are they great? They seem quite soft-spoken. Hey, bud. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzar too, did you? I'm Matsia, a fisherman of, Akali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzar, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man. I dare not disturb him. Okay. Mysterium. That's the one. Then it was gloves, wasn't it? Was it those? Yes, it was those. Oh! Let me update the gear set, apply the glamour plate, and then I guess I'll talk to you. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Then that must mean that you're great with dealing with strangers. Please won't you teach me how to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle my fish in my stead, and show me how's done? If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may... Okay, cool. That's fine. He gets all tongue-tied too. We get along with each other. We know what's up. Right. Peddling my fish to 3 people. Okay. It's not just me. I know it's not just me. Okay, so we've got the elephant coming with us now. Let's go and sell some fish, buddy. Oh Lord, he coming. Okay. Kindred spirits. The best friend I never knew I had. Would you like some fish? No, I don't want any fish. Pulls out gun. You will buy some fish. You don't have a choice. Fish? Fish? Yes? Fish? Fish. Fish! I got fish here. Fresh fish, straight from the sea's bosom. Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when the tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remained there for now, but I could not stay away. I had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. There's no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous. Oh, awesome, Van. Well done. Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant host's instructions. I hope they deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives, to the days when you could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. The first sale! Maybe I'm wasting my time with this warrior of light business. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk, or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Woo! I made a sale! Right, next customer. Let's go, friend! We're raking in the money. We cannot be stopped. Dun 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 dun. 2 business partners on the prowl, selling our fish. Whoop. Hello? No? Whoop. Dun 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 dun. Tricking people to buy our fish. Hello, friend. Buy some fish. You'd buy 8 fish. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. Not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving from this and that, and this and that. All of it wears me down. I find myself feeling constantly hungry. I know how you feel. Comfort eating is a thing. Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. No! I'm sorry, elephant friend. Never mind, if anything else you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? I guess fish isn't much of a comfort food. We're gonna go and sell some more fish. Maybe I need to be a bit less kind. Maybe I need to do the haggler approach more. It kind of depends on the person. Who would like some fish? Someone over here would like some fish. Hello, fish. Would you like some fish? Shakespeare, would you like some fish? Help me out, pretend I'm selling to you. You think you failed one of these yourself? It's kind of hard to know how hard to go, isn't it? What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. My God, my stomach. Do you need some fish? E for sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Some fish will settle your stomach. Food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish somewhere else. No! I'm doing such a bad job. I'm sorry, friend. Timing is everything. It is. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. You know, we still sold one fish. And I also taught you what not to do. Don't do what I did because it didn't actually help. So if you do the opposite of what I did, you might be alright. Good life lesson. Pop on down here. Nearly there. Okay. Ignore me, just ignore me. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I endeavour to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Karzal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice. And who should it be but Matsya? Yeah, he does have the right idea, I do agree. Karzal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself I can't. You can do it, buddy, I believe in you. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I've friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. No. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Bye, friend. I'll buy all of your fish. Speak with Thancred. Dun, dun, dun. Boop, boop. There he is. I've seen you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. I learned how not to sell fish. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think it'd be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly the tempered Imperial soldiers, and as before they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Teletubbies. Right, what do you want, Mr. Brooding? That Matsuya fellow you were helping. He's Arkstora, is he not? Apparently it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be travelling alone? Fish friend! If summoning is his perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that they would be the primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many a devout adherent still. We better go after him. Akali lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kral's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Okay. Fish friend! One thing I will do before heading off is I'm going to check out this blue quest over here. How far? Here we go. Because if it's one for an ether, I probably want to pick it up. Dun, 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 dun. It is. Let's grab this quickly then. Hi, I can see you're freaking out. So what do I need to do for this one? Speak with a ghoul. I was only over here. I may as well do this quick while I'm here. Get the ether situation, and then we'll go after the elephant, and then we'll see what we're doing. Are you up? I think you're up. Go. Because some of these quests for the ether currents are really quick and some of them take ages, so I wonder which one of this one's going to be. Are you scared in here now? But by the Dusk Mother, no one told me Kankana was a Mantanga. Okay. You're scared of the elephants? Are the elephants in Azim Steppe hostile? Ah, true. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, they're so scared. Is your companion quite alright? They're fine, don't worry about it. Tasks for seasoned fighters. I can fight. I'm not paying full attention to the story on this. I probably should, but I'm just kind of semi-skipping through this, passing a quick eye over it. Because it isn't part of the main story. So it sounds like we need to go and fight something. So we need to go over here. I'm not 100% on where we're going over here though. Is it up here? Yes, it is up here. Now you're scared of this one as well. So we're just kind of doing this whole thing for them. Okay. They're off to the next person. Now where are you off to? Run off into the wilds alone. Keep an eye out for her as you continue your patrol. Okay. Let's go and find Ogle. Let's go and find them. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, they're being attacked by an elephant. I can see it. They don't need this extra trauma. They're scared enough of elephants. Boop. Dun, 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 dun. I should bring out Flump really. Yep. Let me bring out Flump. I got new armor for them, which I haven't actually been able to look at yet. So after we've beaten this guy, I'm going to take a good look at their armor. Oh, they're looking cute. I like it. Yep. Get this one down. Right. Come here, Flump. Let me look at you. Let me look at you. Oh, good. Flump over here. Flump over here. Let me look at you. You're looking very nice. I'm liking the new armor. Looking very smart. And then... What happened? I mean, you kind of just stood there. I beat the elephant. You just stood there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay. Speak with the master artisan again. Are they back in the same place as before? Is that them over there? They literally are in the same place as before. At least it makes it easy to find them. There's also a sparkling thing over there. I think that's for the main quest though. A colleague told me of his rescue. Sent him and the others back to the workshop. You have my thanks. Right, and then we can complete this one. We'll get the ether current. And then we'll continue with the main quest. I just saw the blue and I was like, that's probably an ether current. So I'm glad I checked. So let's go and hand this one in. Well done, you did the stuff. Here's your ether current. And you now may continue. Right, I'm going to... I must just do this, because I think it's just over here. Oop, because I did see a sparkling thing. So I'm guessing I'm just following the path that way for a few points. There's another blue quest over there as well. I'll save that for off stream though. I don't see them nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Do they mean like up there? How do I go about getting up there? Is it this way? So I'm guessing they mean up there. Boop. Here we go. Yeah, I was right. Cool, it's over there. So we'll see if we can spot anything. Surveying, surveying. Do you see any elephants? Any elephants? Flump, do you see an elephant? I do not see them. Oh, I hear them though. Came from the north. Onwards! Elephant friend. I will not let you be taken. Whoop, go away, big elephant. You are not the elephant I seek. Whereabouts are you? Over here somewhere. Oh, there you go. friend! Fear not. Whoop. Do one of those. And the next guy, do one of those. You love the name Flump. I think at the time when I got the Chocobo, I was just really craving Flumps, like the marshmallow. So I just called him Flump. But I think it's actually quite a cute name in hindsight. You're right, buddy. Pet, 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 pet. Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? You found, I see you found him on time. It is pronounced a bit like AU, true. You and your friends came to look for me. I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Askadara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know, the ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us about these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are, but I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities, in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In a time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us, really? To think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course, we would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good, God-fearing folk, all of us, and would be honoured to share our knowledge. And fish. We'll buy some fish from you, buddy. What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to Akali? Wonderful, just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. Dun, dun, dun. So 'tis the Simcrox. That's another word I do not know. But it's their gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we'll be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. As you said, we do well to study their religious traditions. Well, I guess we may as well continue on. Where are we in... we're not that far, but we're kind of far. We'll get there. I'll add the sprint on. I'll take a quick sip of my drink. I wonder if I don't think they do have an Aether right, do they? That's fine. I'll try to get as many of the blue quests as I can done. Like the ones where Aethers aren't a part of the MSQ. and try and find the currents and stuff. Then we'll be able to unlock it as and when the story will let us. But we're now in the elephant village. Hey friend! Welcome to Akali, my friend. The name means White Beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please, make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and an old Hasvadar. They're free at the moment as it happens. Hello Mina, how are you doing? I hope you're well. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is a home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are professed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Okay. You're doing good, glad to hear it. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Heck, that's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. I'm doing alright, thank you. In ancient times, the Manusya and the Murga deities, who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Mansuya, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Mansuya coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, a sign of their esteem for one another, the Mansuya have worn animal faces, and the Murga the limbs of men. Okay. Oop. Let me up. There you go. I'm dancing on your fish. Right, back over to friend. There you are, learning a thing or two about our gods, I trust. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go fetch it from my home at once. I wonder what it's going to be. Oh. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Ah, the art's nice. Okay, I see what they mean. These are like the masks to represent the beasts, I guess. They are Mansuya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. The centre one is the eldest, Shinduruva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is her middle sister, Sanjuruva. As a goddess of wealth, she courts many traders among her followers. And the one on the left is Minduruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and so beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. You're licking the stream! Hey there, Vanity Fox, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're well and had a lovely, lovely stream today. And I hope you're enjoying Pokemon Platinum. Is it like a special sort of run, like a Nuzlocke or something? or is it like a normal run? And of course, welcome on in raiders as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Vanity Fox, obviously, if you need to, make sure you get something to eat, something to drink. Make sure you look after yourself after your stream. I would love to have you, but if you need to go for any reason, obviously look after yourself, take care, and I'll try my best to look after your wonderful community. As you can see, we're doing Final Fantasy XIV. I've just started Endwalker, so I'm trying to get as caught up as I can before the next expansion comes out. And I've made decent progress, all things considered, but we're trying to get into the swing of things on the new expansion. And I'm tripping over all of the words, so I apologise for pronunciation. I've been dreadful with it today. But yeah, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. And this lovely bit of dialogue is already going to make me say stuff very wrong, probably. In like fashion of the Mansuya, the deities of Eorzea preside over a myriad of aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Garger's head, and he is venerated as the what did I even say? Progenitor of the elephant peeps. Time to lurk, no worries at all. Lurk all you need to. Thank you for joining me. And then there are dragons. They occupy the special place in our history. You worship dragons too. It's said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Radathan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as a guardian deity of the satrap. Legends hold that if ever the satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I'm confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I'll pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sort out Kryle's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kryle's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Okay. Did you say you were going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes! When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Ah, he's got a bit of a crush. That's quite sweet. So where do we need to go? Oh, there's another ether right there. Kind of far. Should I pop on? Just to make things a little bit faster. But at least we know there's an ether right over there. That's going to help us. Did I tune to the other one? Well, we're going to find out, and hopefully I have done. Otherwise it's going to be a right pain in the butt. I miss being able to fly. Oh, we're nearly there. Making progress. I'm guessing it's through here. I do see building, so I'm guessing that's right. How do I get up there though? Do I need to like circle round? Or is there like some stairs around here? Let's have a look. Because I seem to be going the wrong way now. No, I think I messed it up. Ah, heck. I think I've made a mess of it. I don't think there's a secret ramp over here. Oh, jeez. Okay, back round. Back round! We'll find our way. Hopefully I can climb up here. Can I climb up here? No! Please! Please! Let me back up! I don't want it if I run up. Wait. Whoop! What if I get off the cat? Let me up! Let me up! Oh, I've made a mess. I've got to go round. Come on then. I've made a big mess. I've just like lengthened my journey by a nice chunk. Whoop. I'm guessing I need to just go more upwards and then like round. But there must be like a path leading up to it. Is it over there? Is it where those gates are? If that's literally what it is, or is it over there? I do see some flags. Let's try over here first. This is looking promising. Dun, 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 dun. Hello? Found it! Okay, cool. Right. Everyone's dead. Good stuff. Okay, cool. Give me a second. Everyone's dead. They're gonna stay dead. I just need to tune with this. I can't undead them, unfortunately. Right. Now, which one do you think's meant to be the pretty elephant? The one with dainty ears and adorable trunk. Is it you? I don't think it is you. I mean, it might be you. They're not dead. I did reverse the death. Magical. Protagonist powers.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
I don't think it's by choice. They seem to be particularly scattered out.
Oh, we have guests.
Are you not worried about this situation? About all of this?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll.
Are they actually just like dozing? It looks like a massacre.
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Well, will you please let me wake up these people? I'll be but a moment. And then we're like, yeah, go ahead, do what you need to. Wake up! Just start screaming, get up, you lazy butts! Hey there, Beef, I'm alright, how are you doing? I don't think he's actually going to do that.
I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
They're up! They're excited! They got scales! He really tickled a nerve with that. Look at them go!
My friends, gather round. I have them right here.
I never wake up that fast for any reason. You're doing okay, glad to hear it. It would be funny if it was pizza. That would be funny.
Many thanks.
One for me.
They are getting up quite fast. I mean, I feel like I would have got dizzy. Second-hand vertigo, yeah, exactly.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit.
I do like how dinky their trunks are. I think that's what makes them so cute, was that these elephant people were saying about the dinky trunks. It's just really sweet. You dinky trunk.
Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Ah, the pizza delivery's been used.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
Did you spill all of your plans to us?
Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration.
They're so hyperactive, these people. I like the accent. I like it too, you?
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
I think it's very fitting for them to have the accents they do.
How did you acquire those scales?
Because sometimes some of the accent choices of the characters haven't really fit into like the areas they're in, if that makes sense. But this kind of meshes very well.
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
This kid.
That as well. You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
You just teleported. Oh my god.
I see on your weapon.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
He is not happy with this situation.
I should like to draw a file or two, so.
A friend of yours has taught you some British slang. I know now that whenever I get upset I can say I spat out my dummy. I've never heard of that as slang. It might be like a specific part of the country though. Oh god, these people are really creepy.
I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Oh, they're Estinian.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
And we just don't do anything to help him. He's on his own.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place?
Some harm might come to your alchemist, sir, if you stir him up enough. You threw a wobbly. Yeah, I say I threw a wobbler.
The alchemist who sent the request.
I've heard of that one.
We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the great work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Okie dokies. We're all just a little bit like, we've accepted his fate. We're not seeing Estinian again. That's it. That's the end of Estinian. He had a good run. Okay, so we'll go and talk to Nidhana, which I'm guessing's up here. Yes. Here we go. And are they going to throw any more words I can't say into the mix? Most likely. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kral herself is tied up with another investigation, Adora is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify horrific emissions. Don't throw a wobbly, it's just me. So I wonder, if Nimona went to Galar, would she pick up a bunch of slang to bring back to Paldea? Indeed we do. As you know, the tower admits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Hey girl, how you doing? Hey there Dom, thank you for resubscribing. I'm doing alright, I hope you're well. And Slayer, how are you doing as well? Welcome, welcome. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we're still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilising dragon scales proved to be the most promising. You're good, glad to hear it. Owing to the aphric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property for our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we'll be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light comes in. Whatever it is, leave it to me. I half imagine it's going to go down roads I wholeheartedly do not understand, beef. Thank you, lest you wonder, we only ask that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence, and so for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you, with your permission of course. In that case, Shakespeare and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you could provide. If you're ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the Great Work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. My character's so cute, thank you! This isn't my main outfit, this is my stream outfit. Because my main outfit is... whoops. This one. But the problem is with it, when I run, the back of my skirt kind of kicks up, so the entire time you can just see glimpses of my butt cheeks, which, not a problem for me, but TOS may not be the biggest fan. So, I made a second outfit just for streaming. Just so TOS won't sneak up on me and say, nope, that's too much butt cheek. We don't like that much butt cheek on our platform. Here we go. If you were writing a video game and it was like a wizard tower, you could write gibberish dialogue for days. I'm sure you could with what you're studying. So I need to go this way, do I? You can be quite... You can get some very revealing outfits in this game. I don't need to be in here. I could always use that coat. I put it in my armoire. It's in at the moment. I think this is the wrong place for it though. Ishgard? Definitely a place to wear it. Right, so I need... Where am I going? Is it up here? So I do have to say, when I show up in Ishgard with like this outfit on, it does look very out of place. How are you doing though, Digital? I hope you're good. I could see my dumpy and I threw a wobbler. Nah, there's no need to throw a wobbler over my dumpy. It's a good dumpy. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat and tears and many sleepless nights. The Drunken Deeper. A deeper is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficiency. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of the corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Okay. I will take the drunken lamp. Commencing exposure testing. Okay. Follow the lead and try not to fall far behind. Whoop. Get back here, you little cheeky lamp. Come here. Come here. Please stand back. Okay, I will stand here. I'm here, I'm good. I'll stand even closer. Looks like this person's doing the same quest as me. No? Do I need to... Do I... Why isn't it doing it? I know you're readying. Have I somehow broken this? Okay, I'll keep standing back. Am I back enough? Right, I needed to be further back. Right, I'm in. Look at me just posing. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered at all. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. I'm coming for you, drunken lamp. Whee! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so if I stand like here, and spin around in this, I can do some nice poses. Look at my legs. Look at my nails. I'm looking amazing. No ill effects. Stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. I think it's just an animation for this, just to show that she's fine. It doesn't normally do it. So I think it's meant to be like, oh, she's completely unfazed. Look at her like posing. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Whoop. And then another little pose. Another little pose. Hey there, Real. Thank you for the raid. I hope you're well and had a lovely, lovely stream. I hope you enjoyed Metopia. And of course, welcome on in, raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And is it for Ria? Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Hey there, Real. How are you doing? Obviously, I hope you had a lovely stream. Make sure you look after yourself after your stream. Get something to eat, something to drink. Get some rest if you need to. Obviously, I'd love to have you, but if you need to go for any reason, I entirely understand. And I'll try my best to look after your wonderful community. Oh, it's gone! Get back here! I'm chasing a drunken lamp at the moment. You're doing good. Glad to hear it. Get your butt back here. Okay, stand back. Am I back enough? Am I back enough? Am I back enough? Okay, I'm back enough. Whoop. Survived completely unscathed. Okay. One last time and follow it. Oh, it's gone. Bye, lamp. So I need to now find Elephant Lady. Pretty typical day, pretty typical. You've returned, and not on your knees, a promising sign. But come, let me take the deeper off your hands. Take your lamp back. Here we go. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort. You're feeling perfectly fine. Yeah, no problem at all. Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. And thank you for the hydrate. With this we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. And thank you for the head pats. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amendable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of special ink. We've exhausted our stores of the key ingredient for it, spiritweed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spat of kidnappings, however, we do not travel alone. We travel alone at our peril. Amenable's one of your favourite words? Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. Sure, I'll go for a walk. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kajia's footsteps. Is situated on the road which runs east to the Great Work. Okay. Final Fantasy XIV is full of words people probably think English people use all the time. As someone who is very much English, the amount of times I struggle to read some of the dialogue in this, because some of the words that come up, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, now, I can form that word in my head, but actually saying it out loud is a whole other thing, so I'm constantly just butchering all of the words so badly. Some of the ways I end up saying some of the names and some of the stuff must drive people up the bend. It really must. It does make me feel illiterate sometimes. And I've said before, but I have like a bit of a stammer. Not a crazy stammer, don't get me wrong, but I do have a bit of a stammer. And the language used in this game really starts like setting it off sometimes. And once I start stammering, it just kind of gets worse and worse and worse until I can kind of reset myself. So these streams do really start showing that off sometimes a bit. I start tripping over everything and just messing stuff up. Jason Momoa and his bodyguards who are half his size. Ah, but if the bodyguards know what they're doing mentally, it doesn't matter if they're half his size. You haven't noticed, I appreciate that. It's gotten better as the stream's gone on. There was a part in the middle where it was quite bad. But some days it's like no problem at all. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Oh. Look out, Adora! I can't! The camera won't let me. Oh, hi guys. Let me just get my bird out. Give me a second. Let me get my bird out. Okay. Go bird! You have a speech impediment. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have, like I said, I have like the stammer kind of thing. But to be fair, I know that people have that sort of thing way worse. So, in that way, I know I could like really be impacted by it. It kind of comes up every so often. But I went to speech therapy as a child because I wouldn't start talking, so I kind of got like some help in that kind of regard. No, speak of you again. Bird, excuse me. One of my fave quotes in this game goes like, Geezer was doing his nuts, shouting and screaming like someone nicked his pie. That's such an English line, isn't it? You did too, you went to speech therapy as well. I'm sure my mum regretted it very fast once I started talking, because once I started I didn't stop. She probably kind of regretted it at that point, just like, God damn it. I've got a calming voice either way. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Should I help this guy over here? Should I help him or leave him to it? I'll leave him to it. I'm going this way now. It's got to be a sausage roll instead of a pie. Oh, good old Greg's sausage roll. Can't go wrong. I feel like it's been a long time since I've had Greg's though. Can't remember the last time I had Greg's. Probably a few months ago. He sends a hostile presence. Just people flailing weapons around. Where is this elephant lady? There she is. Hello? You doing alright? Kajia's footsteps. Kajia was a great dancer, and those who followed in her, well, you know, they came to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. Pause the game and get Greg's. I don't think I've got a 24-hour Greg's near me. I think the only 24-hour Greg's I'm aware of is the one at Leicester Square in London, but there's probably others. Oh, they caught up. I've lost her again. You want me to look after you, but you keep on walking away. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. I've seen a 24-hour one in Leeds that had a queue outside it at 4 AM and bouncers. Oh my goodness. Honest though, if you're the sort to go out like pub crawling or to the clubs and things like that, which I'm not. I'm much more like a enjoy a glass of wine while watching a movie sort of person, but I half imagine if you went out on the bender, right, like pub crawl, club, whatever your preference is, it's 3 AM, you stumble out of that club, a Greggs sausage roll would hit so hard. Like, forget kebabs, forget burgers, a Greggs sausage roll when you're really, really drunk. I can understand why there'd be a queue outside of Greggs at 4 AM. Entirely, I could understand. It would hit so well. They'd be so good. Like a proper nice warm sausage roll. Ooh. Honest, that'd be amazing. You might end up moving to a different country soon. Preferably one that mainly speaks English. If you end up in the UK, you should definitely go to Greggs. I agree. I can't stand clubs anymore. I mean, I never really enjoyed clubs very much at any age. I was more of a pub person. But then now I'm like, I'm not fussed about either. But I was definitely more of a pub person than a club person. You have Taco Bell and Waffle House. I've never tried either. Burn your tongue on a steak bake. Perfect end of the day.
Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
You wanted to talk in here. That's the thing, right? I don't like... If I'm going out with my mates, I want to be able to talk with my mates. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes pubs can be too loud, right? But compared to a club, a pub's definitely the better option. You have more of a chance of actually being able to talk to your friends. And if you go to like some pubs, you can get a proper meal while you're there as well. Always good to line the tummy before a pub crawl. Always waiting for the first person to say they want to leave. I can understand that. I don't know about sausage rolls, but I probably got scammed for a spinach roll in RuneScape Classic. Did I? I cannot remember, I'll be honest with you. I spent so much of it just running around with my brother.
Long ago, this island was
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of that reel.
The Gajasura and the Arkasotra.
Like, I don't mind them turning it up like a bit, right? If it's Saturday night, obviously people are there for like, they're like nights out or whatever. Turning it up a little bit, I can accept that. But I feel like if it's a pub that serves food as well, you don't want to turn the lights down because people are trying to eat like their fry-ups or whatever you buy in the pub for food. You quite enjoy pub fish and chips. Honestly, same. I think when it comes to pub food, it depends on the pub, right? Because there's this chain of pubs called Joseph Holt, and I used to live near one. And I used to really enjoy their food. Their food was really good. And I used to get like this pasta thing they did there. And sometimes their steak. And obviously it's not like the best steak ever. They're not a steakhouse. But for a pub, pretty decent steak. And I would go like for lunch on like a Sunday. Well, normally a Saturday rather than a Sunday because they did roasts on a Sunday. But I'd go at lunchtime because it'd be quite quiet. And it was quite nice. It was quite pleasant.
When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasotra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
I remember someone scammed me as an 11-year-old in your first week on RuneScape Classic by selling me cooked meat and removing it at the last second. That's so mean. That's so mean of them. They took advantage.
Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
I have to say that. I was saying that I don't know the last time I had Greggs. I know that it's not quite the same, but I have got a couple of those cheese bacon turnovers from the Greggs range at Iceland. Actually pretty decent. Just bung them in like the air fryer or the oven. They turn out quite nice. Yeah, the brewery, they own like a chain of pubs, or they have a chain of pubs. Quite a few of them actually. It's like all over the place they have them, but they do food and stuff as well. And their food's pretty decent, at least the ones I've been to. There's probably some that are a bit rough, but the ones that I've been to, their food was pretty decent.
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
Because a lot of pub chains are kind of owned by like a brewery, aren't they? There's a fair few of them like that.
And ever since. A member of that esteemed lineage.
But it's not often I go to the pub anymore anyway.
Somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution.
You've been to at least one of them. They're all over the place. There's honestly so many of them. Like more than you'd think. You hate leaving your apartment for any reason. I can be like that. I don't like going out unless I have to anymore. I'm a little bit of a hermit.
It was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
Hey there, Hazel. What do you mean, what is that thing? It's an adorable elephant. An adorable elephant with a dinky dinky trunk.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
It kind of has like kind of the look of a sari, doesn't it? 'Cause I think it's got the bit diagonal across the shoulder. But I do think it is all one piece rather than two separate pieces. But I definitely can see the inspiration. Oh, no worries, Real. No worries at all. Like all you need to. Thank you again for the raid. Very much appreciated. I should think about going to bed soon.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers. And what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets.
Yeah, you too, Real. Have a good night.
I seem
Sleep
to
well.
recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name?
It's late tofu hours. It's bedtime hours.
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans. And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
They've now got plot armor because I'm here. So don't worry about it. It's all good.
Complications be damned. For we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
I'm glad you were able to pop by, Beef. Right, so, as always, he's up to stuff. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Oh, you're right there. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? He is pretty random. I half imagine as well he's probably a bit overconfident. Like he probably... Oh, I want to go over there so bad. He probably doesn't expect to lose. But that overconfidence is what's going to kind of be his downfall. I want to try and get to that ether so bad. Let's see if I can get... I can't jump down! No, I want to go! Well, can I jump down here? Nope. Okay, well. I'll go over there later. I just see it teasing me. Can I jump here? Nope. It really does not want me to go. You can't access that one for a while. Okay, fair enough. As long as I literally physically cannot access it right now, that is fine by me. Villains where you have to wonder how they even tie their own shoes are the best villains. Some of them probably have Velcro on their trainers. Or like the elasticated ones where they can just slip their feet in. It's like how Colosio was split into two parts. Right, okay, I understand. That's alright then. It's definitely going to slow down how soon we can get all of the ether stuff sorted though. But that's okay, we're going to be running around a bit. Come on. You think he wears sandals because he can't tie his shoelaces. We've cracked the code. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Sandals and socks. He truly is a villain. You have a hard time with knots. One time you got Velcro shoes and attracted negative attention. Well, what you can do instead is you can buy like these elasticated laces where you just put them in like normal laces, but there's no like bow or knots. But because they're elasticated, you can pull the tongue of the shoe out and slip your foot in, but they look like laces, which are really good if you can't be bothered, or if you have troubles with knots. Well, then you have the illusion of it. Do you know what I mean? It's clever. You can find them on Amazon. There's some shoes as well, like some Skechers you can get. Have the look of like the crisscross of laces, but they're made to be slip-ons. So once again, it gives the illusion of like having laces, so no one's going to be rude and ask you questions like that. But you have the nice ease of just putting them on without having to think about it. So very much recommend. You just wear boots all the time. Fair enough. Adora, thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're a little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept this as a token of my gratitude. I wish it wasn't something you had to do, I do agree. But some people are very judgy. But at least we have the options there. But yeah, like I say, you can get the elasticated laces on Amazon. Or, it's not only Skechers, other brands do them as well, but Skechers are the first that come to mind. That do the slip-on trainers that just look like normal trainers. Yeah. Just something to maybe think about a bit. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to pop on over to the other screen. Give me just a second. Because I should think about getting ready for bed. And also rest my voice because I can feel my throat going. So let me have a quick peek and see who is around. Let me have a quick peek on the tag as well. Because I'm still trying to raid some different people to expand my horizons and meet new people. So a quick scroll down. But if not, we've got some friendly regulars who I'm sure would love to see everyone. So I won't spend too long faffing about. 18 plus, that won't do. 18 plus also won't do. Thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for joining me. I think I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm not fully 100% on the plans yet, but I think myself, Dom and Biggs are going to try and get back to our Soul Link Nuzlocke. So watch this space about that. Obviously I'll tweet about it and it goes on the Discord server as always. So watch this space. I do need to just confirm it with them because I'm not sure of the time or if it's definitely happening. So we will see. So it will either be tomorrow, or if that falls through for whatever reason, then it will most likely be Friday. But watch this space either way. I do intend to get 1 or 2 more streams out this week, even if nothing's really planned. It's another weird week. I'm just trying to find someone to say hello to. Let's see. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, their model's adorable. Okay, what are your rules? Be respectful. Okay, cool. They do not have 18 plus. Do you have 18 plus in your tags? No. Perfect. We'll say hello to this person, shall we? What if someone couldn't tie their shoes and the shoes tied themselves? Using the gods to tie shoes. Right, let's say hello to this one, shall we? So, let's type in the right chat. So, yeah, like I said, maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, that's no problem at all. It'll be Friday. But we'll see. I need to talk to Dom and Biggs. That one's not wanting to work. Let's try one more time. But beyond that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whether you're resting, working, studying, anything else. There's a GFX bot. Okay, either send me or my mod the name and I'll get them booted. Thank you for letting me know, Rooted. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day, whether you're resting, studying, anything else. Be sure to take care. I'll see you very, very soon. And of course, stay hydrated, eat your snacks, all that good stuff. We're going to get this raid underway. Raid message, either Tofu Raid, big old capital letters, or raid emotes, either works. Let's show lots of love. My voice totally just cracked out there, so I'm going to go and rest my voice and get some rest. But thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you very, very soon. So that's all from me. Toodaloo, farewell, night, night, all that good stuff. And I will see you later. Thank you again, and bye. Bye-bye, night, night, farewell, bye.